yet, just know that you have some crazy character development to unlock. I'll be honest though, there's nothing like being young, dumb, and curious. This is the most deadly combo when it comes to love because you end up overlooking every single red flag that these backseat warriors present to you. And let me tell you firsthand, when I was in high school, I dated a girl who not only managed the basketball team, but the football team as well. And here's the cherry on top. She didn't even have no daddy. You think that would be enough red flags for me to notice, but I didn't care. I thought I could change her. I thought she was gonna be different. I'm telling y'all, that crazy face card and lethal body had an effect on my soul. So don't ever let me hear you say, oh, I can change that. Baby, you ain't changing jack diddly squat about a bop. Like the saying goes, once a bop, always a bop. And don't you ever believe someone when they say, oh, I'm different than other people. If you believe people when they say that, you are asking to get played. Another thing, if you hear them say to you, oh, you're the first person to treat me right, run. Oh my God, please run. Don't walk, don't light jog, sprint. Sprint like you're a minor and Diddy is chasing you. These bobs will make you listen to their backstory and then you start thinking to yourself, damn, their backstory is worse than Batman himself. And you're thinking to yourself, maybe I should stick around, start loving and caring for them. They are fooling you, bro. That's what they want you to think. Don't ever let no bob gaslight you. They are not going to change and they are not different than other people. If you have never been through a pregnancy scare, just know you ain't been through shit in this life. On every single thing that I love in this beautiful life, I have never smoked a day in my life, but the day I found out I almost got a girl pregnant, I was lighting up cigs and walking across the street without looking both ways. When you see that first text after you were silly and you didn't wrap your willy, you think two things. You think about how you're either gonna get rich in the next 9 months, or you just think about how you're gonna disappear off the grid entirely. You get absolutely zero sleep, you don't wanna talk to nobody, you don't wanna eat anything, you are just straight up cooked. And then you gotta start planning out how you're gonna tell your family and friends that you're gonna have a kid. I swear to you, pregnancy scares will have you learning more about the female body than you ever thought was possible. You'll be spending all day looking up pregnancy symptoms and asking the girl if she has them. On my mother's life, having a pregnancy scare will have you saying prayers that you've never even said before. I'd be praying to the Lord all day long, telling him I'm not gonna be silly ever again. I'm gonna wrap my willy. I'm gonna be responsible. And there have dead ass been some times where I've been in full tears over it. That's how stressed out this shit makes you. And I am so dead ass when I say this, and I think I speak for everybody watching the video. I would rather have kidney stones or some shit like testicular torsion than to ever go through another pregnancy scare. My first pregnancy scare with a girl had me looking at corporate jobs on Indeed while I was still stuck mopping the floors at McDonald's. I was looking on how to get rich in 9 months with these high-paying corporate jobs while I was still stuck putting the fries in the bag at Mickey D's. So let this be a reminder to all of you out there watching this video. Don't be silly, wrap the willy. If you never had to grow up with strict parents, just know that you had life on easy mode. Having strict parents that wouldn't let me have fun for more than 2 days in a row single-handedly took a few years off my life. And something that I don't think strict parents understand is that their kids are going to find out how to do stuff anyways. At the end of the day, strict parents just make rebellious and sneaky kids. The more you hold them back, the more they're going to try to find ways to be set free. Have y'all ever seen your friends out having fun while you're at home rotting in bed because your parents won't let you go out and enjoy your teenage years? That feeling is the epitome of jealousy. I will never understand the parents that wouldn't let their kids have fun for 2 days in a row talking about some, didn't you go out yesterday? Like, yes, I did, and I'm gonna go out again today. My parents used to tell me I couldn't go out, and then they would get mad at me when I'm staying in the house. They're mad when I'm in the house and out of the house. They gotta pick a side. But real ones know that when you have strict parents, you had to try to put them in a good mood before you ask them to go somewhere or do something. I still remember the days where I would be doing every chore in the house just to get a yes. I'm talking vacuuming the ceiling and mopping the walls. And don't even get me started on the parents who make their kids use Life 360. That app is the bane of my existence. Just having that app on my phone made me feel like I was in a real life jail cell 24/7. But low-key, why do I feel like some parents are just jealous of their kids when they go out all the time? Some parents act like going out and having fun is the roots of all evil. They think having fun is the devil's way of getting to their kids. People who have strict parents have two paths in life. They either turn into the most well-presented, the most respectful, and the nicest person you ever meet, or they turn into some rebellious, rude, and careless person. There is no in between. Lightning McQueen. Having a girl best friend is not for the weak. Having a girl best friend is almost like being a full-time father and having daddy-daughter time, but you don't really care about your daughter at all. There will be multiple occasions where you wake up at 2 a.m. in the morning and see 100 notifications from your girl best friend and you think that she's dead. But then you open the notifications and all you got was 10 Jake Paul style vlog videos and 7 voice memos. And you do not want to watch or listen to either of them. Also, for all the girls out there, we do not want to hear about your boy problems every single day, every week, every month. And we do not want to hear about the same guy over and over and over again. The way you describe this man makes him seem worse than the devil himself. You will never truly understand how it feels to be unheard until you have a girl best friend. They'll ask you for advice on something, and as soon as they ask you that, they turn their ears right off. Like whatever you tell them and give them advice on, they're doing the opposite. You'll tell them not to get back with a guy, but guess who's in the guy's passenger seat the very next night? And Lord bless all of y'all that have a girl best friend because you have no idea how good of a listener you gotta be. I'd say about 90% of the time when they tell me about different situations, they're the ones that are actually in the wrong, but I can't be the one to tell them that, so I just gotta gaslight them and be a good friend and tell them that they're in the right. Hey, but if you made it this far and you watched the end of the video, go ahead and tag your best friend and let them know that you actually love and care about them just a little bit. Nah, I'm just kidding. Sammy Sosa.
Some of you guys will literally do anything but get a job. The other day, my boy was telling me that he was down to his last $100 in his bank account, and I said, bro, just get a job. And he looked at me dead in the eyes and just laughed at me. I swear to y'all, some people would genuinely pull any method out of their back pocket just to save themselves from getting a job at McDonald's. A lot of you guys would rather become
full-on criminal scammers
rather than getting a job, and hell, some of you would rather walk down the street and
rob a homeless man
if it meant that you could get a few extra pennies. Hands down, the easiest way to tell if somebody doesn't have a job is if they are constantly talking about becoming a Twitch streamer, starting a business, putting their life savings on 50-leg parlays, or becoming a day trader. You guys would rather put your life savings on a meme coin called
Obama's cum rocket.
rather than just clocking in. And let me shoot off a quick stray here midway through the video. To all of you women who are lazy, y'all got no job,
And you got no daddy?
you are not going to marry rich. So just go ahead and start your own lash or nail business that'll fail within 3 months. I have seen people
Steal dogs.
and only return them when they see that a reward is posted if you find the dog. What kind of sick, twisted method is that? A job application cannot scare you that much, bro. And last but not least, the king of all of the jobless, becoming a
SoundCloud rapper.
Bro, you are not going to be the next Kanye West. You hand out your mixtapes to people and it finds itself
In the garbage bin?
no more than 10 minutes after it leaves your hand. Your music is worse than you know Miles, bro. If you made it this far in the video, tag that one friend that just needs to be employed.
ASAP.
Question of the day, if your friend's tip slips into you, but he says no homo, is it fruity? Oh, that stuff won't fly in college. Oh, that won't get past your professor. Bro, that stuff is out here soaring in college. My professor will show up to classes some days saying he needs to catch up on
The Abella Danger Classics?
But he just tells us, I don't want to teach this, y'all can do whatever. Brother, you ain't gotta tell me twice. I'm either watching YouTube or I'ma see my way to the door. I mean, one time my professor canceled class the night before the class, emailing us from the bar and saying, I'm gonna be sloshed tomorrow morning, no class.
Like, what?
And my professor doesn't give a damn about quizzes or tests either. You guys should have seen this man on our midterm. He took our midterm off of the lockdown browser and told us that he doesn't care what resources we use to complete it. I said, my man, you
Do not know me.
I will go to the App Store and download every single one of those answer apps until I find one that finally works. Like, you don't know me, bro. I will go and whip out Quizzer and scan every single question and be done with this exam within 30 minutes. I wish I could go back in time and count the amount of times I've been told that won't fly in college. My teachers had me out here thinking that college professors would be
Checking my breathing pattern.
during our tests and quizzes. My teachers had me thinking that college professors would
Kidnap and torture my family.
if they caught me even just glancing at somebody else's paper. Honestly, at this point, my professors are begging me to use answer apps like ChatGPT and Quizzer. So for all the teachers out there back in middle school and high school that told me cheating won't fly in college,
Look at us now.
why does our appendix literally wake up and prey on our downfall? I mean, literally, at any point in time, your appendix could just
Burst inside you.
and kill you. And the best part about the appendix is that it doesn't do jack diddly squat. Because of evolution, we don't even need our appendix anymore, so now there's just permanently
A ticking time bomb.
sitting in all of our stomachs. And don't you dare even get me started on our kidneys and kidney stones, because that combo right there is worse than death itself. If you guys don't know the true horrors of kidney stones, go ahead and look up in the TikTok search bar, biggest kidney stone ever, and you'll see that it was about the
Size of a baseball.
Can you imagine trying to push that out of your insides? I mean this when I say it, I would not wish kidney stones on my worst enemy. I don't care if they strapped me down, oiled me up, and gave me
Johnny Sins level back shots.
Nobody deserves to have these happen to them. And we don't even need our kidneys either, so just go ahead and sell them because I bet you didn't know this, but you can get up to a couple $100,000 just for selling your kidneys. We need so many new updates and bug fixes, but the devs are not listening to us. I mean, like, what do we even have acne for? Why do we have allergies? And I don't know, maybe
After a few million years.
of us being alive, we still get chapped lips? I mean, where are all the updates at? And I know that this next one is a once-in-a-lifetime event and it can't kill you, but my wisdom teeth are my biggest op. The wisdom teeth bring
Absolutely nothing
besides pure pain, suffering, and agony to the table. And once again, we don't need them anymore. We aren't cavemen, we aren't just eating meat and bones. Question of the day, is being gay even in the top 10 gayest things you can do as a man? Why is stalking on social media so hard nowadays? Like, whoever's bright idea it was to invent profile views, just know that I wake up every day hoping I catch you so I can strap you down, oil you up, and give you
Mia Khalifa level back shots.
And let's bring Snapchat into this mix. Whichever developer decided, yeah, let's let people see when
They get half swiped.
y'all knew what you were doing. And another thing, I entered a chat last week trying to look at old conversations with someone, and it gave them a notification.
That our streak had ended.
Are you serious? I nearly took my phone, lit it on fire, sawed it in half, and
Threw it in the Pacific Ocean.
And oh my goodness gracious, let's throw Instagram on here as well. If you're one of those people who makes those Instagram story traps, just know that I go to sleep
Praying.
on your downfall. And if you don't know what Instagram story traps are, go ahead and look it up in the TikTok search bar.
And then you'll see why TSPMOSMGNG
Y'all have never really had your heart drop
to the Earth core.
until you accidentally like someone's Instagram post from 4 years ago. And trust me, there is no way to recover from that. And which one of y'all employees at TikTok thought it would be a good idea to let people see that you're stalking their reposts? This feature alone has got to be one of the worst TikTok updates
Ever.
I was stalking yesterday and I forgot to switch to my burner account, so now my main profile is just all up in their reposts and their profile views. I don't know about you guys, but there is something so addicting about stalking someone's social media. Social media stalking is like my version
Of heavy crack.
It is such a high-risk, high-reward hobby though, because if you push one wrong button, just consider your life over, man. Question of the day, if you could,
Jerk a superhero to completion.
in order to gain their powers, which superhero would it be and why? Why do entry-level jobs always be asking for the absolute most? Why do all of these entry-level minimum wage jobs require you to have
5 years.
of experience just to flip some patties? Do they not understand that they are the experience? In this type of job market, you can have
A PhD in astrophysics.
and you are still getting denied a job to mop the floors at McDonald's. You could have a Nobel Peace Prize to your name, you could have a Medal of Honor, you could have a Grammy, and hell, you could have even
Invented time travel.
and still, nobody is hiring you. And what gets my blood
Bursting.
is that these places are begging for people to work for them, and then they deny everybody, but then you see the help wanted sign still posted months later. I don't even know what's worse, not being hired at all or being hired and they either give you the most outrageous work hours or they just never schedule you at all. Or being hired and being forced to work with people that have the same combined IQ as
A pile of bricks.
Nowadays, when places deny you a job, they try and offer you an internship to work for them for free. My boy,
That is slave labor.
the only thing that is worse than an internship offer is a job where you can make however much money you want.
But it's based off of commission.
Let's get a quick moment of silence for all of the people that have fallen into this trap. I just feel bad for all the people in this generation who are paying thousands and thousands of dollars for their education, and they're not even going to be able to get a job stocking Diddy shelves.
Full of baby oil.
At the end of the day, though, working one of these jobs is one of the most canon events in life, and it is absolutely needed for some good character development. And if you haven't worked one of these jobs, just know that it takes
Years.
off of your life. Question of the day, if you and your family's lives were on the line and the only way to save you and your family was to take 10,000 consecutive,
Oiled up back shots.
would you do it? Does life just get absolutely horrible after high school and college? Every single person that I've met that's past the age of 25 looks like they've had...
The soul sucked out of them.
I would honest to God rather take
Oiled up back shots from
Johnny Sins than to ever have to experience aging. Honestly, any age past 25 scares me a little bit. You're fresh out of college, you're entering the workforce, and hell, some of y'all are even settling down with a wife and kids. At that age, you will start to realize that you will never be just a carefree teenager ever again, and that alone scares me. Like, what do you mean me and my best friend won't be running two-mans when we're both...
40 years old.
I don't care if I got a wife or a kid. And better yet, some of you guys out there didn't even go to college. Y'all just started your life of
Slave labor?
right out of high school. Maybe it's just because our frontal lobes develop by the time we're 25, but why is the only thing that you gain when you turn this age is...
An alcohol addiction?
And in return, you lose your free time and all of your hobbies. And for all of you guys out there who are going to settle in and have a wife and kids by the age of 25, just know that the rest of us are still out here...
Third-wheeling our parents.
But just know that 70% of marriages before the age of 25 result in divorce, so you are not missing out. And speaking of marriages, why is it when you get older you have to get lucky to
Get down and dirty
with your partner? Like, do married couples out there not like or love each other? Why are you guys not happy together? It's all just very sad to me because there has got to be more to life than just this. I do not want to have to grow up and work till I'm 70, retire, and
and then die.
it's genuinely starting to hit me that I might have taken my earliest years for granted. I genuinely cannot fathom the fact that after high school and even college, you just grow apart from your friends and y'all go your separate ways. Question of the day, 2020 Montverde or 2016 Chino Hills? I don't even think it's ridiculous to say that cheating on someone should be classified as a legitimate crime that is punishable by life in prison or even death. The amount of emotional and psychological and even sometimes physical damage that can occur to someone after they get cheated on is just not talked about enough. If you're married and
Especially if you have kids.
you decide to cheat on your partner, you should
Be executed by the firing squad.
And I don't even think that's ridiculous to say. As a child of divorce myself, cheating on your partner knowing you have kids at home is just so disappointing, and it's so sad to see how normalized it is nowadays. And the problem with cheating is that there's genuinely
No situation
that will ever justify it. Absolutely zero. Like, even if you aren't married, even if you're just a teenager and you cheat on your partner, you still don't understand how badly it can mess somebody up. The fact that cheating while in a relationship even
crosses some people's minds.
absolutely baffles me. In this day and age, and with divorce rates almost up to 70%, I don't think it's crazy to say that all 50 states should make cheating a legitimate crime. You should be able to sue the other person if you were the one that got cheated on, because there are so many psychological, emotional, and sometimes physical problems that can stem from being cheated on. The only time I might let it slide is if you're a couple and you aren't married, but still, even then, cheating is horrible. Like, when you're married, there is
A legal contract.
you are legally required to be loyal to that one person, so why is it not a crime if you break that contract? And just know that if you've cheated before, I automatically
Do not like you as a person.
I don't want to be around you, I don't want to hear about you, and no, I do not want to be friends with you. If you genuinely have the guts to cheat on someone, especially your own partner, you are a sick, twisted-minded individual.